What's up, everybody? Welcome to the official PlayStation podcast of the KT Data Network. We are
the LittleBigKast.
On today's show, Robin weeds her imaginary sanctuary.
I have a problem.
Rachel gets called shoddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Holy.
And Drew talks Jeff's D.
Destiny.
Destiny, it's a video game, guys.
Yep.
Don't be perverted.
Weirdos.
And Glenn brings food. All this and more on episode 50. Nope.
6
Jokes. It's episode 60 of the LittleBigKast. Welcome, everybody. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the LittleBigKast. My name is Jeff Hawks. I'm one of 4 hosts for today's show. Thank you for joining. With me, as always, the guy that just interrupted me right then, that was Mr. Drew Tyler.
Yeah, I got 4 hosts too. It's cool.
It's true. He's one of 4. Drew Tyler, teacher extraordinaire, and I'm
an engineer.
pretty much professional,
Professional awesomeness.
rigger, dude.
Yep.
Like, he straight up figured out how to make a mic
Rigger.
stand up
Rigger.
with tape. So that's kind of interesting.
Yep.
To his right, our very own Robin Hazlett,
Hello, friends.
just here doing her thing. She's not teaching right now, right?
No, not
You
teaching
finally
right now.
finished?
Yes, and got all the grades turned in, much to the duress of the people who actually took the courses.
Oh, those poor guys.
What can I do to get a 0.8% increase so that I can have an A-? Guess what? I only deal in evens. You get an A, a B, a C, a D, and then you don't talk.
Damn.
Less for you to argue with me about.
That's
That's the way I do. That's good.
that's rough. That's rough.
Lay it
But
down. Lay it down.
Yep.
That was like 0.8%.
I have a feeling, though, you would have given me that 0.8 if I needed it.
Nope.
Nope.
You didn't
Nope.
do it. You didn't do it.
Absolutely.
And rounding us out, Rachel Hernandez,
Me, I'm Rachel. Hello.
intern
Needs a job.
extraordinaire.
Yeah. I
Job
hate my-
hunter extraordinaire.
Sorry, I hate my life.
That can't be true.
You'll make it. You'll be
We
okay.
hope not.
It's getting better.
You'll be okay.
Anyway, so we typically break down. So first of all, stop the presses. This is episode 60. So I want to say, first of all, to the 3 of you, thank you for podcasting with me for 60 episodes. That's pretty cool. To you listening, more importantly, to you listening, if you're here either in the Twitch stream or you're, listening whenever, seriously, thank you for listening. That's pretty cool that we've been around for 60 episodes and that some of you are still here. That's cool. That's encouraging. So basically with every show, we kind of start off by talking about what we've been doing for the week, where things are going in our lives, so that you can get to know us. We want this
yes.
little big cast to be,
friends.
all of the cast holes coming together and just being friendly. And that's what we're all about.
Yeah,
So
join us. Be a cast.
who wants to go first?
Mine's easy.
What's
I
been
can go
going
first.
on?
I can go
Drew,
first.
tell us
This is
about
weird.
how you haven't played games.
I'm like staring at you through my rigging. It feels like you're in a cage.
You've got scaffolding all over.
Glass cage of emotion.
I have played no games. Usually we talk about all the games that we've played and the things that we spent doing the last 5 days or last week, and I have had no games because I've had so much work going on, which is good paid work. I'll tell you, I think I
That's
mentioned it last
important.
week. I'm pretty excited that I used to travel to cons all the time. I go to Comic Cons and C2E2 and do the run and gun fun stuff. Even though it was hard work, it was fun. And then somebody asked me to go out and do the same thing at a Lutheran kids conference, like a gathering. And so I've been talking to the creative team there and learning what I'll be doing. But I'm excited about that. Travel to Detroit and make some money just
Detroit.
making run and gun videos.
Go hang
all
out with
day.
Eminem.
Yeah, whoa.
Yeah.
And his mom. So I'm excited. That's it. What's coming up? But
Did you just say you're going to hang out with Eminem's mom?
yeah, because they're
All
friends,
right.
aren't they?
I don't know.
Wow.
What movie was that?
That's a dangerous joke to make.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't.
Detroit's cool.
It is cool. It's cool. And that's it. So last week, I took my kids down to St. George for like a only time we ever get a vacation this summer was going to be this last week. So we did it. Ran down to St. George, Las Vegas, played in like 110-degree weather. Went up to Zion's National Park in all that heat and survived.
Zion's is amazing.
Beautiful. It was
Did you
beautiful.
go up to Angel's Landing?
We
It's
didn't
great.
hike anything. We
Got
had
a
the
fan.
kids.
Okay.
But we went and played in the water. We saw the Weeping Wall. Anything that was like a half mile from the shuttle. But it was beautiful. It was fun and really, really enjoyed doing nothing for a while. So
Nice.
it was good.
Very
It was good.
cool.
That's my life.
Next, Robin,
Sure.
kick it off.
Sounds great. My world has consisted of a dissertation and doing more with that, and then got completely just like sidetracked on it. It's like I couldn't function, I couldn't write on it at all, and so I picked up Animal Crossing again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Rachel has hers, and now I have like the little street pass street pass thing. And now I drag it everywhere in my purse because I want to feel like I'm not alone in the universe. And so I'm sitting there like I'm weeding my little virtual town. I'm catching the fish. I am accomplishing something that has no bearing on any real world thing that's going on. So I'm totally happy with that. I'm happy with my level of gaming at this point, and doing the Mondays at Moxie's has been super fun.
That's been fun to watch.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
That's been fun to watch. It's I haven't had a ton of time to be as involved in that stream as I would like to, mostly because I have a child and a wife, and the wife in particular is fairly large with child at the moment.
Yeah, she's processing right now.
She's creating a human being at the moment. And so I've been pretty busy, but watching you guys stream has been really fun. You guys are doing awesome. It's been cool.
It is.
Yeah.
It has been.
Highly entertaining.
Definitely entertaining.
Yay.
I
And
wish I had
Wegs
more
has
time.
joined occasionally. I
Yes.
saw Wegs
Yeah.
at one point. I saw Scott,
He's great.
K
Yep.
Design, right?
Yep.
So I've seen both of them in your stream. So some guest players have been joining.
Yes, it's always
sure.
nice to have guests.
When I join as a guest, I don't help. I'm just like drag me through, please.
Carry me.
Carry me, I got
Let me
nothing.
get in the vehicle and drive.
Yeah, the driving part I can drive. Let me run
I'll
off
be
a
the
cliff.
chauffeur.
Yep. Yep.
Very
yeah.
cool. What about you, Rachel?
As well as Robin, I have been doing Animal Crossing as well, taking care of trying to get those summer fish in.
Anybody moved in? You
What
got a
else
new
have I done?
family?
No, nothing, no one, nothing. I want to start my dream world soon. That's something I haven't really been doing, but there's someone at work who comes in.
It's okay.
But I'm trying to think. I have a monkey that moved. Maybe I already told you about the monkey. But
I don't
there's a
know
cute
about
little
a monkey.
There's a cute monkey named She or Shoo.
Yes.
She's adorable. I really wanted a different animal to come in. I think he was a duck, but he did not. He passed over my town.
Son of a
Damn.
It's a hard life. It's a hard life for us Animal Crossingers.
Yes.
Animal Crossing bastards.
Animal Crossingers. So I've been playing that as well. Borderlands pre-sequel. Haven't touched Witcher.
Which is crazy.
Haven't touched Witcher. And I made Leon play Little Big Planet 3 with me. And I
And?
don't think he was into it.
Oh.
I know. Maybe he was, but he didn't act like he was. He would actually just hold on to my character and prevent me from going anywhere. He just wanted to play to piss me off, I think. So
He
it was
just
fun.
wanted to bug you.
That's very Leon.
But hopefully we'll be able to get that again soon because I stole a controller from my brother. So that, and I want to pick up Batman because everyone has not stopped talking about it.
Yeah, I'm
Batman's
really
cool.
intrigued,
Right.
but at the same time, I'm like,
Has everyone played the Arkham games?
I have not.
I played one half
any
of
of them.
one.
I've played a little bit of.
I know it's my bad.
I played all of them except for not Asylum. What was the last one? The one that Rocksteady did not make. I did not play that. Origins. I did not play Origins. Arkham Origins.
Yeah, Origins
I
was
was not
the.
into that.
I don't think anybody was. It was like I came out and like, oh.
The other ones were cool though. If you're a Batman fan, if you like superhero games, they are very, very cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to try it. My platform partner that we share, our primary machines. He just bought it, so I'm
Nice.
I'm
So you got
excited.
it.
I'll get it.
Cool.
I'll get it.
And what place did we get on?
Oh yeah,
Easter egg?
and then we went outside. We did some socializing.
I know it was crazy.
It was Robin, Wegs, Sir Glenn, and Leon again, and we went to a Geeks Who Drink, and
Geeks
we
Who
got
Drink.
second place.
Nice
Yes.
First
work.
time there. I know, we were so proud of ourselves.
You guys are a
Yes.
bunch
Bravo.
of nerds.
Woo!
Nerd Awards.
Very,
Wait, wow.
very accomplishing.
LBK holding it
$15.
down.
Woo woo! It was fun.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
One of these days I'll get out there. I'm not very nerdy.
It'll
Yeah.
need to
Not
be.
able
It'll
get
be.
out on
It'll need to
Tuesday.
be on like a good nerd trivia that I can
It's random
hang.
because like they gave us the themes and I was all ready for the themes and then they played the themes and it was nothing that I was expecting.
Yeah, well, they
a little
did.
bit.
They had one theme of like blame Canada, and then it was all they were
Nice.
all sound clips of songs that had been parodied to be about Canada. And then you had to guess
Oh.
the name of the song and the original artist. I'm like, No, I wanted to talk about South Park.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was gonna be too. I thought it was gonna be South Park because they also said super serious, super serious, no BS round,
Nah.
super serial. Because I do love South Park. But yeah,
Very cool.
it's been fun.
So congratulations, guys, on second
Yay.
place.
Thank you.
That's pretty cool. So, are you done?
Yeah,
Can I tell about my week?
let's hear it.
What do you
I
got?
played a freaking super depressing ending to The Witcher.
Oh, I heard about
Holy
this.
freak. Okay, so if you are new to the podcast and you haven't been around for a while, you would know that I play a lot of Destiny. Destiny has been my jam since it released. Actually, since before it released. I played the alpha, I played the beta. I'm a huge Destiny nerd, right?
You can say that. I think
That's
we-
fair.
Yeah, it's fair.
That's a fair
Yeah.
enthusiast.
Addict, whatever.
Addict.
There are
Anyhow,
different levels.
it's okay.
Anyway,
They have
I
groups.
have tried on several different occasions to find a game that pulled me away from Destiny. Like I've wanted a game that can pull me into a story and make me care about something, make me care about some characters. And I tried Far Cry 4 and I made it for about 6 hours and it didn't work for me. I tried Dragon Age, didn't work for me. Wolfenstein was fun, didn't do it for me, but Witcher has done it for me. I've spent more time with Witcher over the last 2 weeks than I have with Destiny. That is the first time
Right.
2
in
weeks?
almost a year. In fact, it's fair to probably say the first time in a year that I've spent more time playing something other than
Yeah.
Destiny.
Oh, it's been a while. Yeah.
And I have totally fallen in love with the game. I think it's fantastic. The only thing that I can even be critical of within The Witcher 3 is the way the horse moves. The horse
Oh.
pisses me off the whole time.
Oh, right. It's,
Every
it's hard.
time I'm riding Roach, I'm like, just miss the fence, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to
I
run
do
in
that.
and stop to every fence. Just avoid it. Like, freaking create
He does seem to find every thing
Yeah.
that's like.
anything that can stop him from running. He stops, and then Geralt's like, "Whoa,
See, look, it's a
Roach."
vehicle that
And I'm
I could not be blamed for.
You would be okay driving
Just
the
like
horse.
put buffers, like put bumper rails, around all of this crap so he can just keep running. That would be fantastic. But so The Witcher has a number of different endings. 3 big endings with like 30 or so variations on like the ancillary parts of the story.
Right.
I tried really hard to make good choices. Like I don't like to be a bad guy in a game, and I don't like to do the things that are like I like to help people in the games that I like. So the characters that I like to do the right things for them and try to help them progress, right? So in this game, I made these decisions for Ciri, who's kind of the female protagonist of the game.
Yeah.
You play as her a couple of different times, and I got a freaking terrible ending. I got the worst ending, and I thought I had made all the right choices. So then I went back and I reviewed all of the choices that I made, and as I thought about them, I kind of had this moment of self-actualization where I looked at the way I was raising my kid and the decisions that I make as a dad, and I was like, man,
Wait a minute.
being a helicopter parent might be a dangerous thing. I tend to
The procedural
I
rhetoric.
tend-
Thank you,
I
video
tend
game.
I tend to be overly protective.
Yeah.
And a lot of the moves that I made in the game that were wrong were when I didn't say, you can handle it. I have confidence in you. Go handle your business.
Mm-hmm.
You're a big girl and you can handle it. I was like, let me go with you and help you and make sure that this goes well. So it came from a good place,
Sure. That's
but
Yeah.
it ended very poorly. So I have spent a lot of time kind of
The
reflecting on my
postmodern
own
critique of millennial parenting.
Right. So I've spent my own kind of time looking at how I treat my own kid, how how I approach
That's just
parenting in general.
crazy.
And it's kind of the game's kind of changed me, I got to say. I'm trying to let it change me. I'm
Right.
trying
Here's
to
the
get
thing,
better.
when you are too protective of your young child, they look like me. They get piercings that your dad doesn't want, and they get tattoos that you don't want.
Like
So
40 of them, too.
Yeah, they will do what they want, but they will do it behind your back and exaggerate it. I am living proof.
So
So your dad was overprotective and
All
loved
I
you
wanted,
too much.
I was in 5th grade, and I just wanted a little cartilage piercing on, a little double stud, and he wouldn't let me have it. So I said, "All right, I'm gonna get my nose pierced. I'm gonna get my belly button. I'm gonna get everything pierced." Let's do it right now.
You did.
And I turned 18. I'm like, let's get some ink while we're at it. Why not? So
lessons
problem
learned.
child.
All right,
And
so I'll do
he's like,
better.
he's like, here's the basement. You can stay with me as long as you need until you can get a job at that face.
Pretty much. Woohoo.
Outside of that, I mean, I'm still playing Destiny, right? Like that's
But you
not-
can't let go of the D.
It's not.
We know that.
Yeah,
Oh my
I maintain the D maintains a firm grip on me,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah, I get it. It's in life.
But
We all-
yeah, so it's been good. Iron Banner's going this week, and I
you're back to
freaking
the-
love Iron Banner.
Yeah,
I
you
love PvP Iron Banner.
That sounds more
Trials is horrible, and I hate it. It is like just me smashing my face into cinder blocks. But Iron Banner is really fun, and I like that people call it Iron Banana because it sounds funny.
I do like Iron Banana. That's fun.
So I think it's pretty cool. But that's it. I don't know
That's
that
a
I've
week. We've been
done-
pretty busy.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've done anything else, guys.
No?
I am going out of town next week.
Woo.
You
I'll
too.
be in Oregon,
Lucky.
in Cannon Beach, actually. So
I
I'm
love
pretty
Cannon
excited
Beach.
about that. Go up and watch Olive poke some anemones.
Yeah, they have
That's
some
always
great
fun.
tide pools up there. Love it.
My father-in-law is kind of a jerk to like ocean animals, though. Like he'll go and squish the anemones so they squirt out water, and I always kind of feel guilty. But Olive thinks it's hilarious, so part of me is like, yeah, it's
The
funny
kid likes
because
it.
Olive loves it, but I also am like, you're kind of crushing that defenseless thing.
Oh.
I don't know if it has
They
any
bounce back.
feelers.
Yeah,
I don't
they
know if it
bounce
feels
back.
anything, but
It's
Kind
cool.
of like making fun of someone in pain or something.
yeah. And as long as they're on morphine, they don't know.
Doesn't
So it's
matter. It's
whatever.
okay.
It's okay.
Excused.
But that wraps up our weeks,
Yeah.
ladies and
yeah,
gentlemen. So I think without further ado, we're going to kick it over to Drew for the news.
Kick it over.
Hey, so news number 1 today on Drew's News. PlayStation 4 firmware 2.55 is now available. It took me forever, by the way, to figure out that the major upgrades had bigger numbers.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, granted, I'm
So
an
the
old
next
man
major
now.
one will be 3.
Like 3, right? So 255 is kind of like a wee wee, but it's
little-
it's good.
We're aged.
We're
We are
accomplished
We're
PhDs.
well established.
Oh wait, she's a PhD.
I'm still not a PhD.
You're this close.
I'm this close. I'm this
All right.
close.
You're a PH and you almost have the D.
Dan wants me to show you this message.
So system software stability mostly, and a couple of little feature improvements.
That's it.
That's about it.
That's
So
what the notes say.
You'll see. You'll
Yeah.
see it. You'll
It's
see
a
it.
stability upgrade. It's
It
worth
happens.
noting because stability is always good.
Yes, and you'll probably have it on your system, and it'll like most of us smarties. We have it set to like an auto every night. Check your updates,
Yep.
download.
Yeah.
So
Good to know.
And then, of
Yeah.
course, we always hear the horror stories of like, it bricked my PS4. And so I'm like, at 3 a.m., going like, Twitter's telling me that this is going to brick my, oh my gosh, I got to get out of bed and have to
Turn it
unplug this.
Right.
Panic.
Damn you, Twitter.
gosh, I should pay more attention. I've never had that experience. All right, news number 2: PlayStation 4 dominating Europe with 70 to 90% of the console market. So they've gone through and just talked about what their market share is in all the different countries over in Europe. Mainland Europe is like 70%, and in several countries it's 90%. They have the console share, which we don't think is very surprising because we're fans of the PlayStation.
Pretty sure.
So what is it that you think, though, like specifically within those areas, what is it that you think did that? Like, what is it that pushed? Because like that kind of market share is huge.
That is
That is giant.
insane.
That's significant, like more than noteworthy. And so
Do they have any conjectures? Do they have any guesses of what they think is pushing?
no, but well, so they may. But what I thought was funny is that they describe it as having what does it say? A firm grip on Europe.
Oh, I'd say it's firm.
And it's a picture of Darth
90%.
Vader, as though Darth Vader is like squeezing,
Nice.
like the PlayStation
Nice.
is squeezing the life out of the European market. It says a quote from Jim Ryan says, "We have a very significant market leadership." Speaking in Los Angeles earlier this week, well, we have a market leadership in every country in Europe, and we have very significant market leadership in the continental Europe. Extremely significant. I don't think market share is any less than 70%, and frequently it's greater than 90% in the continent. Which
I
I don't know that that's shocking, because PS3 did better in Europe than Xbox did as well.
That's true. That's true.
And we already know that a number of the Xbox 360's users switched over to PlayStation 4, right? Like a large, in fact, 30% of PS4 users today, right?
Or like newbies.
Yeah.
30% of
First time in
the
the
total
console.
PS4 user base
Yep.
is
Yep.
switchovers, right? So I don't know that it's shocking, but it's certainly, I mean, 70 to 90% is
a big number.
That's huge. That's significant. So it's very cool.
My personal favorite is that they were talking about how, like there's no reason for us to even consider a price drop on the PS4 right now because we hold all the market share.
We're doing
People
fine.
are still buying with this full price, and all I can see is like Scrooge McDuck like backstroking in this
Right.
vault full of money.
And part of that's
Why
all my
stop?
money. It's all good. Let him backstroking his money. I enjoy playing. So that's no. It's, I don't know. Not kind of a surprise, but not really a surprise. It's just a huge number. News number 3. I don't know. I didn't. When does this happen? Because I didn't see the sales. 4 weeks of savings on digital games.
Starts today.
Is that Europe
July
only
1st.
though, or is that us?
Nope, this is everybody.
So there's 4 weeks of savings. They're going to give you lots of games, 40, 50, 60% off of things.
get
Child
so
of
broke.
Light is one of the first ones to go on sale.
Buy it.
Which just barely came out to PS4, so I need to go pick that up because I believe it was only on the 9th of this month that it came over to PS4, and I was
Child of Light?
Yeah.
No, it's been around for a while. That's where I played it originally.
on the 4. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So no, that must be this.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
VR.
Though. It's fantastic.
So then you have Tower of Guns, Another World, Rogue Legacy. There's
Rogue
a lot
Legacy
of
was
stuff.
really fun. Grim Fandango remastered.
Limbo's on sale. A lot of stuff that we've played for our indie games.
Assassin's Creed Chronicles China. I'll probably pick that up. I think that looks pretty cool. Did you guys follow that at all?
I didn't follow that one.
It's like the 2D side scroller Assassin's Creed game. I think it's got a female assassin.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And takes place in China. Remember how we talked about how we should have a ninja
Yeah.
version, like a Japanese ninja assassin? That would be amazing. What else?
Also, Road Not Taken. We played that and we weren't really a fan of it, but for the PS Plus price, it's like $360 and that weird symbol pounds.
Yep.
So what is that like?
Also,
Cheaper
Limbo.
here. Totally worth it for that much.
We all liked Limbo.
Valiant
Outlast.
Hearts. Valiant Hearts is also great.
Oh, Valiant Hearts was so good.
Yep.
What else do I have? Trine. Trine is also good. Yeah, there's a ton.
Monopoly.
So
And every week
take a
they'll have
minute. This
more.
will be in the notes at the end of the show at littlebigkast.com. You'll be able to find all the notes on the show. So make sure to check out the show notes, and you'll have links to all of this information.
Lots and lots. So then with news number 4, we're going over, of course, it's the beginning of the month, so PS Plus having their free games listed up for July. Games include Rocket League, Styx, Master of Shadows, Mousecraft Entwined Rain, and Geometry Wars, which I know KT's totally stoked about. But those are all on their way.
I'm pumped to play Rain, but I do have to say this. The first time I met Robin was when she came to interview.
Yep.
And then after she came and interviewed, Drew and I had a conversation, maybe when she's here, and Rachel too, we had a conversation, maybe we'll invite her to be on the podcast.
That's
And
right.
I looked up some of her old stuff, and I watched her do a review on Rain.
Yep.
It's the first thing that I ever saw Robin do, where she was talking about video games.
Was
It
it
wasn't in
one of
front
those
of professors.
Student studio shows or something?
Yeah,
with
it
students?
was all student run.
Yes, yes,
So-
I think I might have seen that same thing. Yes.
But I'm most excited for Rocket League.
I've actually been looking for Mousecraft.
Really?
Strangely enough, I've actually looked at that and
Dude,
said,
Rocket League
okay.
is blowing up. That is a super popular game right now.
Is it like mini RC racers?
It's like
or-
mini RC soccer.
Oh.
And you've got
Oh
like
my
two
gosh.
turbo boosters, and you have to hit a ball around into the goal of the other team.
That sounds
but you're
great. Can we
Can we play together?
Yeah.
It
I wanna
sounds
play
like
with you
everything
guys.
I
Share
hate.
play.
Yeah.
It's driving and soccer all in one.
This is a fantastic idea.
This will be great.
Let's-
Right. It totally is like what's funny is a combination of the things I find awful makes me really excited. Like I don't like racing games and I don't like soccer games.
But let's see if
But
they can fix each other.
combined.
Maybe.
Mine.
Maybe like
know.
two negatives make
Just
a positive.
maybe.
That'd be like putting broccoli and cauliflower in one meal.
But it's a
That
very,
doesn't
very
sound
popular
good.
game.
course not.
No.
In fact.
But they are. Yep. Looks.
Oh, someone's playing Vainglory
I'm
on
excited
Twitch
for
right now.
Entwined.
All right.
Yeah.
Entwined is good. It's a fun kind of entwined. Good. Moving on, more news. We've got 2 more newses. This one being that the fans are actually making kind of they call it a spiritual successor to PT, right? The Silent Hills demo
Yep.
that we played that was freaky scary. We did that here in the basement, right?
Power to the
So when this comes out, we should probably jump on and give it a go.
Yes.
They're calling it, I believe, Allison Road, a new horror game heavily inspired by Silent Hills demo. They describe it kind of a mix between Silent Hills and Five Nights at Freddy's. Weirdly enough, sounds I've been chasing down
Yeah.
hallways and getting scared.
I have been wanting to play Five Nights at Freddy's.
That's it's kind of a kids game, but not a kids game, right?
Really? I
Sort
heard it
of?
was
I don't know.
scary.
Is
I
it
heard
scary?
it was scary.
I hear kids like
I heard it was piss scary.
teens and tweens playing with it. I don't know, kind of like because isn't it teddy bears? Or am I wrong?
Clowns.
Clowns.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm out. I am out. no clowns.
Right.
Done.
All right, so
I
I guess
terrifying.
so. I guess that means we're setting up a night
You
to play
guys-
Five Nights at Freddy's
it's all
with
you.
Robin. We're all gonna do it live in the basement. I'm
so
excited. What do you
fun.
guys think about them pulling? Kind of, we all loved PT. We loved
Right.
it, and then when it disappeared, it was kind of like, oh,
Yeah, they
real big
pulled the whole
letdown.
scorched earth thing. It's
Yeah.
like, no.
Never mind.
I think it's
So what
really
do you think
cool.
of this? Somebody's picking up the
in a lot
torch.
of ways. I mean, in a lot of ways, it sounds like they're really pushing to have the same atmosphere and vibe that PT had. I mean, from the photorealistic
Right, the
rooms and
hallways,
hallways and everything. So I'm super pumped. And I mean, it'll be good to get the
really
LBK
similar.
Scare Crew back.
Yeah.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
watching like what
The
some of the
gameplay?
things are, and you can equip a meat cleaver.
Yeah, it lets you do a little more.
Equip
I think
stuff.
it looks like.
I don't know how I feel about that though, because one reason why I like PT was
The run or die.
you can't
Do
do
anything.
anything. You can't
You
pick up
just
any. That's
gonna die.
That's what sucked. Outlast was the same. Outlast was the same thing as well. So it was like
Run, hide, or die.
yeah, you can't.
All
you
he had
can't
is a
attack.
video camera.
That's it. So it makes me wonder about some of these things. But it looks like it has the same PT feel. Just you're in a room or you're in a house and there's a clock and it'll be
It looks
fun.
promising though. Honestly, when you say, "Well, a bunch of people are going to get together and make what what you were hoping for,"
Right.
Yeah.
you kind of go, I don't know. But this has some really good-looking stuff already, and they're still kind of in their alpha mode. So I'm excited. I'm ready for it.
Yep, me too.
I will watch you guys play it from upstairs, safe distance away.
Absolutely. There's no other
Drew
way.
always disappears like 30 minutes in. He does the intro and then we don't see him for the rest
Yeah,
of the night.
because I'm
He's
totally
gone.
scared. I can distance
candy in
myself
his
from the
office.
scary stuff if I'm upstairs switching video. All right, so final little bit of news for the day. Dying Light dev makes fun of Destiny's Red Bull exclusive quest.
This one comes to you from Robin last night. We were all at the
Yes.
table hanging out and she brought this one up. So
Tell me more.
It's actually really funny because Destiny is doing like the Red Bull exclusive. Like you buy certain cans of Red Bull and then we'll unlock certain content. Like just like
Rockstar today. I thought for sure you'd have a Red Bull.
yeah.
KT mentioned it and that's what made me
Yeah.
think of
One
this.
for
Impressive.
breakfast.
But then Dying Light is doing a full mocking of it because they're very not into, doing DLC and charging but they're like, hey, if you want to get the original refreshment, have some water. And so if you look up the hashtag, what was the hashtag again?
Drink right, dying light.
Drink right, dying light.
Right.
If you look up that hashtag, like we saw people like in the process of like dunking their heads into the toilet bowl, drinking water, like putting their heads into the sinks to drink the water. It was just like, just hashtag this drinking water and we will congratulate you because you know how to hydrate well without putting horrible chemicals in
Right.
it.
That's pretty funny, though.
It
That's
says
helpful.
here,
Like-
ever stop to wonder how extremely awesome water is? It's natural, vegan, and super sugar-free. It's also delicious and great for your health, and even better, it's basically free.
But it doesn't taste as good as
So
Jet
it's-
Fuel Red Bull.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you do look up the hashtag Drink Right Dying Light, bunch of people drinking water, and I don't know why I found it so funny, but
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Is
no,
that-
that's
great.
Have you guys ever seen? So you two spent a lot of time in the last couple months running, right?
yes.
Oh,
Have
yeah,
you ever
yeah.
heard of the Ginger Runner? I'm gonna take
No.
silence as a no. So there's a guy whose YouTube channel is called the Ginger Runner, where he reviews running things.
Oh,
And in one of his videos, he reviews water.
water.
That's what he
may wanna
reviews, and
consider
it's
some-
freaking hilarious.
funny.
It's very, very funny.
That's funny.
No,
Let's check that out.
before we jump off from that, there's we know like Matt Inman from like the oatmeal.com. One of the books that he wrote was The Horrible and Terrible Reasons Why I Run, something along those lines. And he wrote a comic. It's like, no, a regular runner can't just stop and drink the water. They have to waterboard themselves as they run away.
See, I had no problem stopping.
Oh yeah, I was like, all right, just take a drink. And then the other was like,
Man, we could just go
Everyone's
down a
running
running
off.
path today. I read an article today that a 71-year-old woman finished a century marathon today.
nope.
100 miles in 30 hours. She finished her race with 6 seconds before the race ended.
70 what? 70?
Wow.
71 years old.
I
But
could
I
not
did
do
the
gives me
math. I did the
chills.
math.
Yeah.
You only have to run 3 miles every hour to do that. That's not bad. That's like a brisk
Okay.
walk.
Right. That's not impossible.
That's doable.
I do three in about 35 minutes.
Maybe we should train and do the LBK 100.
No, thank you.
The LBK 100.
I could not get out of bed today to do a two and a half. I told the wife to go by herself because I couldn't do
All
it.
right.
Just go.
Enough
I
with
can't,
running.
too much
Is that all the
cutting.
news,
That's
Drew?
the news, my friend.
And let's kick it over to
That's the
Rachel
news.
for what? The new releases.
Cool, let's go. Okay, so new releases, PlayStation 4, we have Arcade Archives, Scramble.
You said it right. First time.
I know, that's my first time
Arcade
ever.
Archives.
We have Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma Extend.
Wait, Blaze or Blaze?
Blase?
Blaze. J-Star's Victory VS Plus. I like this one. Is Quiplash.
Ooh, I could get on board with
Quip. Quip.
Quiplash.
Cool.
This next one is Red Goddess Inner World. We also have Whispering Willows, and the other one is Scrabble. And might I tell you that they added new Scrabble words to the Scrabble dictionary?
Because we learned that.
Because we learned about it.
I totally play Scrabble.
Oh man, KT says it's Blaze Blue. Why wouldn't they put an E then?
Blaze Blue.
That's a rule. If you have
Blaze.
what
Right.
I speak
an
English
A and then a
read
Z,
English,
and then
thank
you gotta have another what?
E
Freaking
makes it a
vowel,
long
right?
vowel. Yep, it's true. It's true. But then again, Blaze Blue sounds kind of cool. It'd be like, hey, what's
To
up?
blave is to bluff.
To blah.
Anyone know that movie?
Yeah, Princess Bride.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Scrabble. Chat, you looking for anything fun in there? That looks. I could do Scrabble. I'd play
learned
any of you in
hashtag.
Scrabble.
Hashtag is one of the new words.
Hashtag
Shizzle.
was,
is
shizzle.
Shut up, really?
Shizzle is one of the new words.
It was, what was it defined as?
This is what you learn at Geeks Who Drink.
Snoop Dogg's for I don't
The
remember.
Octothorpe.
Octothorpe.
Wait, Fleek is Fleek one.
Fleek, not
It
that
is
I know of,
not.
but
Next year. Next
Cake-hole,
year.
We'll
Cake-hole
lobby.
is emoji.
Cake-hole?
Cake-hole. Yep, it's another
Emoji.
word for mouth.
What
Surprise.
about cast-hole?
I don't know
Yeah,
about cast.
you're gonna be a castle. Be a little big castle.
Soon.
You're gonna be a cast-hole, be a little bit cast-hole.
Moving on. For the PlayStation 3, we have Blaze Blue, Chrono Phantasma Extend as well, J-Star's Victory VS Plus, and Quiplash again. For the Vita, we have Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 3 5 Generation.
Whoa, whoa.
That doesn't make any sense.
Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 3 V Generation.
Oh, V Generation. I always thought that was 5.
I like
I can
five.
start talking like Jeff. J-Star's Victory VS Plus, Samurai Warriors Chronicles 3, and finally Whispering Willows. And that's for your Vita. There are no digital classics this week.
0.
Hero.
That's some stuff to look forward to. I think Scrabble's still top of my list for that one.
Yeah.
And I might try Quiplash
What's
if it has
Whispering
anything
Willows?
to do
I
with
feel like
quipping.
we've heard about Whispering Willows recently, but
Whispering
I don't know
Willows?
anything about it. What?
What is Whispering Willows?
If you Google it, Spectral Substance. It's some kind of like, so it looks like an indie game. Maybe. Looks like an indie game to me.
They have a look. It's true.
Platforms,
Low
PS4,
budget.
Microsoft Windows, Vita, PlayStation 3, Linux, Ouya. It's on the Ouya, guys.
Yep, Indy.
It's on the Ouya.
Nice.
I want some pictures.
It looks kind of cool.
Ooh, I like. All right.
Kind of like a half living, half dead world. Yeah, so we'll give that a shot maybe in a couple of weeks.
That could be interesting.
I'm in. I'm in.
I could get on board with that.
All right, then we'll do that.
Oh, I love Bay.
Bay
It's a
what?
fun
Bay?
word. It's a word.
Oh, it's one of
The word.
We're back
One of
on
those
words.
stupid
Bay.
words.
What you see a lot is like a Snapchat of someone's coffee, and it says coffee
Bay.
is bay.
It just changes.
Everything
It
is
used,
bay.
it used to, yep, it's true. It used to stand for before anyone else.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
And
did not
think,
know
yeah.
that.
I think it was a typo that someone was like, "Love you, babe," and it was Bay, and they're like, "Who's Bay?" And you're like, "You're Bay. You're Bay."
And they decided to, okay, that's
So that's what I feel like it is.
So freaking Laserbox, just so you guys know, most of us at this table are way too old to use
Yeah,
those
we-
words.
Yeah, I don't
One of
even
us
try.
can use it, but
Robin's pretty close.
I
Robin's up to date on the
see
hip
the
factor.
I'm up to
things
date,
that
but
I
I
think
can't use
say,
it.
The things that I say that are like that I think like
That's my jam.
are yeah, that's my jam. Dude.
yeah.
Let's-
We're
let's jam later.
old school.
I
Yeah.
say that, and I'm like, as soon as I say, I'm like, I just dated myself.
It's like me saying it's radical.
1984 represent.
Totally
Hell.
rad.
It's hilarious. Tacos are B. There's the other one. So it's not Bay anymore. It's
Tacos
B.
are. Oh,
Before
really? It's B?
everything, always.
I don't know. That's probably a typo.
Weird.
Oh yeah,
Anyway.
yeah, and it does mean poop in Swedish.
Which I
Really?
think is probably where we should stick with.
Yeah.
That. That's
Yeah,
good.
let's just leave
The
it
bay.
as
Coffee is poop.
duty. Anyway,
Let's get on to our topic. We
Salt
got a
that
topic
joke.
today.
yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
from what I gathered, we all kind of wanted to talk about our Twitch experience
Yeah.
so far,
Yeah.
how it's been going, what we think, where we'd like it to go, maybe. And yeah, does anyone want to go first?
My Twitch experience is kind of minor. I can lead off.
Okay, you lead.
I can lead. So I have done a few late nights because I end up getting on much later after the kids go to bed, and then I have to be quiet. So I'd say my Twitch experience is kind of oddly, it's satisfying. I love Spotlight, so I'd love to do a little streaming, but I feel a little bit more reserved with myself when it's just me in a room. But when I go over to the streaming house, then all bets are off.
AKA Weg's
Yeah.
house.
Weg's house, right? Then because he's got a whole room set up where you just slide in and everything's green screen and ready to go, so you can just stream. And then I'll do that.
Slide in.
I'll do that till 1 or 2 in the morning and just play games. So that I enjoy. And so I have had, it's kind of, I've been on times when like just nobody is there, no viewers, which makes it hard to keep going. But usually I'm playing so late that they end up watching me sleepwalk like that, because I'll play Witcher and that's it.
Right.
So
Walk into the wall.
that's about it. The good times I've had streaming is when you guys are hosting and I just jump in and play on your games.
Yeah,
So let's hear
that's been
what
fun.
you say.
See, like,
Yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys think, because you guys have done something a little bit different too. Because it seems like the majority of, I don't know, the streams that you guys have done have been together, right?
2 girls,
Yeah.
1 stream.
Teamwork.
For the most part.
2 girls, 1 stream for
Yep.
sure. Yeah.
but I've done a little bit of streaming just by myself, and it is really difficult. Like trying to figure out like the level of banter. There's like 2 people in the chat. Awesome.
Right. So how do you keep the
And-
conversation going? So like, what do you?
And there's
So-
always that 10-second lag. I mean, it's
That's hard.
It's you answer the question that
Was
they're
asked 10
not
seconds
getting
ago.
until 10 seconds later.
So one thing worth noting too, maybe before we go on, is as a podcast, we are also new to Twitch. So
yeah.
everybody that's watching
Couple
right now,
month- 2
we have
months.
been using Twitch for our weekly podcast, what you're listening to right now, for 2 months, a month and a half? Two months max, right?
2 plus, yeah.
2+, you think?
Yeah, I went back and looked when we first started twitching.
Okay, so, but that's a pretty short amount of time. And in the time that we've been doing that, I feel like it's been really good. I feel like
Yeah.
we've learned a lot. But I totally agree. I think that the experience as a group on Twitch is way easier for me personally
Like in the
than
party
to be
chat?
by myself.
Yeah.
Even here today, like
Yeah.
being able to just sit around and chat, and when people are in the same, so when all 4 of us are playing Borderlands, or when all 4 of us are in a party chat, even if we're playing different games,
Yeah.
it is I think much easier to balance all the ancillary stuff that comes with hosting a stream by yourself.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, because I like yelling at Rachel saying, I found boxes that need to be opened. There are things that glow green and we must touch them.
You find twice as much stuff.
the Roomba.
And see, I probably wouldn't have nerded out as much of finding the little Roomba thing in Borderlands pre-sequel. It's like, it's just so cute. Rachel, come here and look at this cute thing. And there's like my handsome Jack doppelganger, like pointing this like sniper rifle. And look at the thing. Look at the thing.
It's definitely awesome. Yeah. Did you want to say anything more? Or did you have more to share?
I haven't had a whole lot of, like, I figured it would just be like this, like, one big internet cesspool of harassment. And this is not like a challenge to anyone who's like watching right now. Please don't.
This isn't an invitation.
No.
Right.
No, but I haven't had a lot of like really rude comments.
So in both of yours, I've seen a little bit of like attempts at flirting, right? But like I don't think I've seen anything that was like, I mean, we've had more offensive things in our stream.
Oh
today
yeah,
than,
on this one, it was like the one of them was like you look like you're about 30, and I'm like, that's not really offensive, but can we talk about the game that we're playing here? Like, let's
Man,
talk
if
about
someone
things
told me
that
I
matter.
looked 30, I'd feel so good about myself.
Yeah.
People tell me I like. I get that I look younger than 30. I
Yeah,
get
you
that I
pretty
look
young.
like
Yeah.
like, oh, did you just graduate high school? You just getting in college now? I'm like, I'm a man. I am a man.
I
all
got
right?
2 kids. I got my degree,
I invented the wheel.
and I make destiny guns.
I
At my
can
job.
make fire. I can make fire with nothing but sticks. I don't need you telling me I'm a child.
you
But
are
that
fire.
surprised
But
me.
yeah,
I fully expected like, even in my stream, like I didn't expect like sexual stuff, right? Like,
Which is
I
like
think-
straight offensive. Like, you suck.
Which I think probably would be easier to expect in a female streamer's stream and world,
Yeah.
you know. But I totally expected like trolling and stuff, and I've had, I think, overwhelmingly a positive experience, at least on my end.
Yeah. And what's really interesting is like I'm seeing people that I hadn't seen in a really long time, like other people that I'd like thrown out on to Twitter. That, hey, I'm gonna jump on this onto Twitch, you know, come watch me play or jump in if you can. And like random people are just coming in. It's like, who are you, Nick? Oh my gosh, you're Nick. Oh, this is the coolest thing ever.
That's cool.
I haven't talked to you in ages.
Well, and what's cool for you, I mean, you have a history with so many people that are pretty heavily
Yeah.
All over.
involved in the video game world, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I don't know, it's kind of like my rule is like if I ever like go on to Twitch, it's like I can't wear like a tank top or anything like
You're
that.
asking for it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Which
So
is such a
I have to.
which is such a dumb phrase too, right? You're asking for it. Like nobody's really
Right,
asking
right.
for harassment, but like
But
that's
Yeah,
it's,
that's the mentality.
it's
unfortunately
right now
that's
the
kind of the
condition.
reality, right?
But I find it interesting that you have to
have to
like,
con-
think about it.
Yeah,
What am I
'cause-
wearing? What do I look like?
Yeah, I was like, I had like just woken up and I'm like, okay, well, I'll just jump on Twitch. I'm like, should change out of the tank top that I slept in. It's like,
Probably put some pants on.
That's how I play. That's how
where I'm at.
sorry guys. I'll put
it's
some
the
clothes
pantsless Twitch.
on. Had
So
to
what about
show.
you, Rachel? What's been your experience so far?
So I like the group setting a lot more. I feel like I have someone to talk to, and it's fun to play with Rob, and it's fun. That's kind of, I wanted to start that because I wanted more of a reason to play. I think I'm still kind of afraid to do it by myself. When I was younger, I took a lot of harassment on Xbox,
Yeah,
and
that's
it was
why I
it was
stopped.
it was it was hard. It was way hard. So I think that's why I'm so hesitant going into it now. I'm afraid. I'm scared. I want to be good at something before I jump into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
No,
like,
that's the exact same thing.
yeah. So I'm
with,
Because you are
totally-
vulnerable, right?
Yeah,
Like, to
for
do that,
sure.
Yeah.
I feel like if a guy sucks, then it's like, oh, whatever, he'll learn. But if a girl sucks, it's like, get
you're
out.
horrible because you have a vagina.
Yeah,
So-
pretty much. So that's why I
Science.
haven't really. That's why I wanted to play Borderlands, because I'm comfortable in Borderlands, like I know, and that's why I've been kind of hesitant going into Witcher. But it's been fun. It's been fun for the most part. I think I talked to myself a lot. Glenn's awesome. Glenn's awesome to watch and play because
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's very good
seriously,
at talking to
Glenn
himself.
banters with himself
All the
in
time.
like the best way possible.
Whether
It
he's
isn't like
streaming or not.
psychopathic
It must be because
babbling
he's
or
like
anything.
his
It's-
job takes place at an altitude that like oxygen is not quite as dense. It's partial pressure of oxygen, and it allows for probably a little
You're welcome
more.
to come over and defend yourself if you have any
Right.
ideas.
so
he's
you
prepping
don't
it-
get
he's
any
prepping the
chicken
dinner.
wraps.
No chicken wraps for you, Jeff.
So it's been fun. It's something I want to get into. Like I really want to do that. I want to get better and play and stream more and get a following. But it's just kind of breaking that wall and getting the confidence to do it. As far as harassment goes, I don't really get people harassing me like in my chat or anything. It's mainly after I get like messages like, "What's up, Shoddy?" Like from my PSN ID. Someone called me Shoddy, and I was like,
Shawty over here.
"People still say that?"
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's
I've never
funny.
called anyone
I've-
that.
Right, me? I didn't think people
Yeah, I
called
don't get,
people
like, PSN messages or anything like that.
Yeah,
Shoddy.
I get the PSN messages, and then I think it's kind of weird because when I was younger, I was getting harassed for being bad, and now it's like it's almost like it's weird. It's a weird transition for me from going from like this harassment to like almost not a sexual, like it's like, but yeah, but
You're-
kind of being seen differently.
Yeah, you're an outlier.
Yeah,
In the
so-
whole thing.
It's interesting.
So.
It doesn't happen too much, but I always get kind of nervous every time I get a friend request. I'm like, I don't accept real name requests, but I don't accept any of those. But it's kind of creepy. It's a strange world out there. But it's been fun.
It is a strange world. I've had a lot of fun doing it though.
Yeah, you've made a lot of connections.
I've really enjoyed I've enjoyed meeting up with people in Destiny that have started in the stream, and so I've pretty much exclusively only streamed Destiny. I kind of decided that I'm gonna do one game at a time, with the exception of maybe indie games. Like indie games will be the only exception to that. I'll never stream Witcher. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay with. Excuse me, Rockstar's making me burp.
Cheers.
I don't think I'm gonna branch out past Destiny as far as the streaming goes. And what I've really enjoyed about Destiny has a really good community. Like of all the games I've ever played, ever, online, offline, whatever, like the Destiny community, for the vast like majority of the people that are playing, are really cool, and they're all willing to help out. They're willing to like,
Except for the one that punched me. I was playing PvP, and I went to sit down so that I wouldn't lose them any points. So it looked like I was AFK, and they were like, they found me sitting out somewhere, and they're like, bam, and I'm like, I'm doing you a favor because nobody can kill me right here. I'm helping you. Anyway, but yes, you're right. They're very nice.
I really
nice.
have enjoyed the community. Like through Reddit, there's a subreddit called Our Fire Teams where you can get together and meet up with. You can form fire teams to go in and run raids together, to do Trials of Osiris together, whatever it is, and I've never had a bad experience in an online group where they meet up to play games,
right.
and I haven't had a bad experience. That's
land
shocking.
of no harassment.
So I was fully expecting to get
Unicorns
into
and
a game.
rainbows.
Right. I was fully expecting though to go into our fire teams.
Inspired.
Like, you know, Reddit is the best and worst of humanity.
Right. Yeah.
That's what makes Reddit great. But my experience overwhelmingly has been positive, and I think that is due to just the nature of the game and the way that you have to rely on other people to help you get through things. And so everyone's civil. I think maybe twice the entire time I've played I've left a team, but it wasn't because they were being mean to me. It was just that they were talking about stuff that I didn't want to be involved in. But it wasn't like it was derogatory to anyone. It was just like, this is not my element. I'm gonna bounce. Man, I do this a lot.
It's healthy. It's healthy.
Get
the blood
talk with my
moving.
hands. But overwhelmingly, it's been a good experience, and I've really enjoyed being able to go into my stream and see people continuously come in, week after week, come in and come chat with me while I'm streaming. And so that has been a really positive thing. So if you're thinking about doing it, if streaming is something that you've thought about doing before or have any interest in at all, like even when it's only a handful of people in the stream, it's super entertaining. And it's fun, and the more people that you can get, the easier, I feel like, the more people are in a stream, the easier it is to have a good stream and to feel like what you're doing makes sense and flows well. Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
So. Sure. I think so. It's been fun. It's been fun to have regulars come back to the show for us in this stream. It's been fun to have people show up when we're doing our Mondays at Moxie's, and just the people keep coming back. It feels good.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah, it's fun.
You feel like you have a duty.
Speaking of, if you like us, feel free to hit the heart if you're joining us in the chat and you want to hear this every week. Yep,
we would love you to hit the follow button. And I think that, ladies and gentlemen, will wrap episode 60 of the LittleBigKast. If you're watching the Twitch stream, stick around. We're going to chat with you guys after the show. But
while we eat our lettuce
for
wraps.
those who are listening, we want to say thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in on Twitch, on whatever your device is that you're listening to the stream. We are the LittleBigKast. My name is Jeff Hawks. You can follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Nope, just Twitch at Mr. Hawks. If you go twitch.tv/Mr. Hawks. On Twitter, I'm at Jeff Hawks, JEFFHAWKES. With me, as always, Rachel Hernandez.
Rachel, Pirate Rachel with a 3 instead of an E on Twitter and on Twitch.
Drew Tyler.
I am at Knight20. You'll find me on Twitter and Twitch, KNITE20. That easy.
Miss Robin Hazlett.
And you can find me on Twitter at Robin Hazlett and on Twitch at Red Mages Unite.
And we all together are the LittleBigKast. Thank you so much for joining us. If you've enjoyed the stream, we would love your support. As you can see, Drew's mic today is held together by tape.
Gaffer tape. And
I'm running out.
It's weighted down
I had to
by
put the
board.
mixer on top
and everything,
of it.
everything here that does work is borrowed.
Yes.
So we would love for you to be part of our Patreon group.
Yes.
If you go to patreon.com/LittleBigKast, you'll be able to find us.
We want you to be in our team.
Yes.
And for those people that are patrons, whatever they are, patrons, whatever they are,
Patrons.
they have access to a little bit of additional content that we produce every month.
Yep.
And we'd love for you to join us. And if not, we're going to keep doing this anyway because we love you and we like hanging out with each other.
Yeah, even if you can't support us there, just tell your friends about us.
And hit the follow button.
Yep.
Anyway, this has been episode 60, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. Next week, we're going to be talking Bastion, so make sure you check in, and we'll get into Bastion. And that's
Goodbye, friends.
Night. Bye-bye.